So good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and welcome to the Boise Regional Realtors Member Expo. I'm Michelle Bailey. Yes, thank you. I'm Michelle Bailey, immediate past president of BRR, and I'm honored to host this year's Expo and membership meeting at the request of our current president, Jeff Wills, who unfortunately could not be here today. While we're still working through a lot of uncertainty in our businesses and our personal lives, like many of you, the strength of the market has been one of the bright spots that has allowed me to keep moving forward over the last 18 months. And thinking back to the conversations and the concerns that we had in March of 2020, when I was serving as president, I truly could not have imagined the real estate market being where it is today. I am proud of the work done by the Boise Regional Realtors, Idaho Realtors, and the National Association of Realtors to ensure that real estate was deemed essential, allowing all of us to continue serving our clients and maintain our businesses. I also appreciate the incredible work by our peers in the mortgage and title industries who quickly adjusted how they closed and funded transactions in a virtual environment. The ongoing interest in our market and growth in home prices has been a benefit to our sellers and to many of our members whose businesses have thrived over the last several months. But we know not everyone in our community has been as fortunate. The insufficient supply of homes compared to demand has resulted in record home prices, which of course has hurt affordability for many. In July, we were proud to announce a partnership with Leap Housing. We have a goal of donating at least $350,000 over the next 5 years to help build new housing throughout our region. This donation has come from BRR, our Realtors Community Foundation, and Intermountain MLS. You can read more about this at boirealtors.com. And of course, we'll be sharing progress reports as on the projects that realtors are helping to build over the next coming months. Now, of course, that's not the only accomplishment that we've had so far in 2021. We pulled off a virtual gala in March with great reviews. We held a successful Give Back golf tournament in June, and we hosted 3 annual housing summits focused on legislative and growth issues in Ada, Elmore, and Gem counties, just to name a few. Looking ahead to 2022, we're excited to roll out some new programming, services, and a new space to host our members, and details we hope we'll be able to share with all of you very soon. Okay, so later on this morning, one thing you're going to need to know to access your member benefits is your NERDS number. It's NRDS. It is also the number that we'll be using to verify the votes for our bylaws voting in a few minutes. And it's different from your MLS ID. Don't get those confused. Your NERDS number was listed in the event reminder emails, including the one that was sent yesterday. You can look it up through the link on screen now and in the chat. Isn't it also on their, no, that's why it's out, copy. All right, the programs, services, and initiatives offered by the association would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. And I want to give a special thanks to them for sticking with us as we have continued to work through the many changes in offerings, formats, and schedules over the past few months. Many of them are here today, and we encourage you to stop by their booths and support them in your businesses. Please join me in a round of applause in thanking them. I would also like to give a special thank you to First American Title for providing breakfast. Hopefully you got some yum-yums. And then for homedy.com for providing lunch. Thank you both. Now we'll move on to our first item of business. The Bylaws Committee and Board of Directors are recommending the membership approve changes to Articles 12 and 17 of our bylaws, which were emailed to all those eligible to vote on September 13th, and there is a copy available at boirealtors.com. There should also be a copy on your table, maybe. These changes are in line with the model bylaws offered by the National Association of Realtors and have been reviewed by BRR's legal counsel. They seek to update our bylaws to meet the needs of hybrid meetings by expanding the options for members to vote on association business, similar to what we do for our director elections. Further, they will provide clarity around attendance, quorums, and voting procedures for annual and other member meetings, regardless of the format. Before I proceed, are there any questions about the proposed changes? Awkward silence. Awesome. As our bylaws allow for electronic voting in real time to make changes like this, although not in the expanded nature that we hope to offer in the future, we will vote on these changes using the link on the slide, which you can also access with the QR code on one of the flyers that you received earlier. Because this motion is coming from the Bylaws Committee and has been further recommended by the board, we do not need a first or a second. And having allowed for discussion, we will proceed to voting. So you'll have the next 5 minutes to cast your vote, after which staff, of course, will verify the votes, and then we'll announce the results after our first speaker. While you're voting, I would like to welcome to the stage Becky Enrico Crum, BRR's president-elect, to share the results of our election.
Thank you, Michelle. I gotta move this down. I'm shorter than she is. There we go. I've got heels on too. All right, thanks, Michelle, and good morning, everyone. It's so nice to see everyone here, and thanks all the sponsors that have taken time to be here. You're a big part of our family. We're a family together, so thank you. As a reminder, we had the following positions open for voting. BRR Vice President, for which we had 3 candidates. BRR Treasurer, for which we had 2 candidates. 2 BRR Director openings, for which we had 8 candidates. 6 State Director positions and 6 candidates, and 1 National Director position, for which we had 2 candidates. There were no petitions for additional candidates. We exceeded the minimum number of votes required by the bylaws to certify the election. I can attest that I reviewed the results with our CEO this morning and confirmed that the winners were duly elected by the membership. With that, it is my pleasure to announce the winners. And when we announce the winners, maybe we should have you stand so we can see where you are in the room, because we've got a big room of people, and we've got people online watching as well. So if you wouldn't mind doing that. Is the camera online? Oh, good, okay. BRR 2022 Vice President will be Elizabeth Hume. BRR Treasurer will be Jeff Martell. Our newly elected BRR Directors will be Andrea Anderson and Sarah Wolf. Is Sarah here? Our newly elected State Directors will be Isaac Chavez, Krista Deacon, Michelle DeRoos McCord, Elizabeth Hume, Peach Peterson, and Gary Salisbury. Our newly elected National Director will be Michelle Bailey. Congratulations to our new officers and directors, and a big thank you to all of our candidates. Your leadership on these boards is truly appreciated. I would now like to turn the time back over to Michelle.
It's like a stinking pin drop in here. I would like to just congratulate everyone and say thank you to everyone that actually participated and voted. We had a lot of talent, and so I just want to say that to Phil. All right, so next, I'd like to recognize someone very special. Myra, will you come up here? Where's Myra? Come on, girlfriend. It won't be too bad, I promise. So, if you have ever stopped into the office and you have been greeted by this big, beautiful smile with these great red lips, and she's like, "Hi, how are you?" That's our Myra. I won't make you talk, I promise. So in December, she will be celebrating her 21st year anniversary with our association, and this will be her last anniversary as she will be retiring in January. And that said, we didn't want to miss the opportunity to recognize you for all that you do. So thank you. Absolutely. I would hug you, but I don't know. Fist bump. Thank you, Myra. We appreciate you.
Thank you, everyone.
So speaking of milestones, BRR bestows emeritus status for those members who have been realtors for 40 years or more. Think about that, 40 years. We currently have 38 active emeritus members at BRR, and this year, we get to welcome 2 more into this prestigious group. Chuck Roscoe of Coldwell Banker Tomlinson Group and Brad Barker with Group 1 Sotheby's International Realty. I've had the pleasure of working alongside many of these members and want to personally thank them for their countless years of contributions to their community and, of course, to our industry. To finish up our bylaws action item, I have the results of voting. I know bylaws isn't as exciting. Sorry, Brianna. So 100% voted to approve. 0 obviously did not approve, so motion passes.